Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time once again. It's time for that podcast heard, well, around a few places, by tens of listeners. It's time for the Department of Understanding Humans, the podcast. That's right, the podcast, featuring your ringmasters for the day, that stupendous, giggle-snorting gal, Friday herself, Rachel Wynn, and now her co-host actually has a name, that cranky clown you love to adore, Chris Meyer. And on with the show!
D.U.H, Department of Understanding Humans, yeah!
Good morning. Welcome to my Skype. How can I help you?
Yeah, my glasses and my shoes, I need them very badly. My shoes are so tight, they're cutting off the circulation in my toes. And my glasses, they're smudged and they're cracked. I can't see. God, help me.
Is this the Frank Rizzo, sir?
No, this is Irving, and I live with my mother.
Irving, okay. What size shoes do you have, sir?
4.5.
4.5. You have little
I have baby feet. Don't make fun of me.
I'm not making fun. Shit.
And that's it.
I failed.
Yeah. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun.
Wow, wow, wow. I had it there for a minute. Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I was doing pretty...
I hear dogs.
Yeah. I can't close my door because it gets too stuffy.
I understand.
And they'll stand outside my door going...
Winter. It is man's summer.
Yeah, and so, unfortunately, because, like, I went outside with them a little while ago, and it was gorgeous. I mean, it was just sitting out there listening to the birds. It was crisp. It was cool. It was fall.
Not here.
Yeah. Oh, is it not cold there?
No, it is. It is raining. It's cold. And it's that cold, raw, wet rain.
Oh, well, there is that. We are having a little bit of that as well. But Apollo, what you hear... He's doing laps down the hallway. Yeah, he's doing laps up and down the hallway. He's got one of his toys, and this is what we call Apollo Olympics. Where he takes. Right now, he's got what we call it's a toy called a hurley, and it's a little rubber toss toy, and he is running down the hall with it in his mouth, throwing it, catching it, running back down the hall with it. Now he just came in here and so he's doing laps is what he's doing.
And I heard that. I'm dog, I'm a ski. Toss a toy.
Yes. So we'll see how long I can stand hearing that.
I understand.
But unfortunately, because I have wood floors and my house is not soundproofed, even if I close the door.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah. And now he's messing with the girls, and I'm gonna have to put a stop to it because
these are the moments that I enjoy carpeting in my house. I don't enjoy vacuuming up dog hair, but you know what? I'm glad I have carpet.
Yeah. And he's feeling his oats because he went outside and ran around and was a good boy, and so now he's like, oh, I'm a good boy, and now I'm gonna play. Oh, I'm such a good boy. Now I'm going to start destroying. You can't fit under that chair, dude. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Yeah,
good
go ahead.
God. All right, out of here. Come on. Let's go.
Do. This is the part of the show where Rachel has left the microphone, and she's got to take care of the dogs. And she's back. Anyway.
And I'm back. So, yeah. And then, of course, in a little while, if it happens while we're recording, so my friend is visiting.
Uh-huh.
Y'all know who my friend is because you heard her on the podcast.
Oh, she's our D.U.H.
Department of Understanding Humans. Yeah. So she won our contest because, well, she was the only one that entered. But
winner by default.
Yeah, she won by fault. And so, but no, actually, I just loved the tune. So, of course, we used it. But she's here with her puppy, and her puppy is a Yorkie.
Oh, dear God, a yip yip dog.
Well, okay, so she doesn't yip yip. However, she's the size of a small rabbit. And so Apollo and Maggie are just like, every time she comes out, they're up in, their nose is up their upper butt. And it's just crazy and stressful. But it's good. It's good. It's good to have visitors. So, and Apollo will try and husky talk to the Yorkie, and the Yorkie's like, "What are you doing? Like, what is that?" You'll hear Apollo be like, "Hur, hur, hur." And then the Yorkie's like, and
the Yorkie goes, "Nope, I don't want to do this."
Yeah, she's not having it. She's like 5, I think. So she's a little older than Apollo by several. And she's just like, sorry, sweetheart, not my thing. Just leave me alone, huh?
She's like, nope, I don't have any. I have nothing.
What is this husky speak of which you use? I don't like it. Woof.
Woof. So, okay, you got house guests, you got dogs.
Got house guest dogs, fall. We got fall weather.
Fall.
Atlanta's got a very cool fall weather for once in October and November when it's supposed to happen. So guess what? We're going to probably have an amazing winter. I'm so excited. So excited.
We will probably have a very good, because that Arctic air from Canada is moving down.
Oh, Canada, give us your cold. We want more snow and sleet.
I want some snow this year.
I do too.
I seriously want snow.
I want a whole lot of snow.
I am ready for snow. I'm ready for a cold winter where we can actually light the fireplace.
Yes, and enjoy it.
Not a winter in the South where it's sweltering and it's 80 degrees on Christmas Day, and then you go, hey, we have a tornado warning. Hey, there's a tornado that popped up.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. It's 90.
Yeah. There was one Christmas we sat outside.
Oh, God, yeah.
And had Christmas. We had Christmas outside because it was just that warm and pleasant.
That's fantastic. The Christmas goose is still, it won't even fly south because it's too warm.
Because it went, why bother? Helped it. Anyway, so we had some things go on. We had election day here in America.
We had a midterm election day here.
We had a midterm election. And I don't know how is it in your state? I understand the gubernatorial race is it's up for grabs still, isn't it? I mean, are they having a recount?
Okay,
are they going to do a recall?
So here's what I understand, and keep in mind I'm not a political person, so I really don't understand a lot of this.
Do we need to phone a friend and phone in political teacher Kevin Smith? Do we need to do that, or he's in class now, but we probably could get a text answer. Maybe.
So from what I gather, let me try that again. From what I gather, it's within a 3% margin, and they're counting the ballots because, excuse me, one of the counties, apparently their voting machines went down. Okay. And they had people do paper ballots. And so they're counting them and it's under the 3% margin. So I think that they're I think according to Georgia state law, if it's over a 3% margin, they won't, the government won't pay for a recount. So I don't know if they're doing a recount or if they're just still tallying, but it's still like they're not entirely sure who won yet officially.
Gotcha.
That's what I understand as of last night's dinner.
It's also because the female candidate is not conceding.
Correct.
She's not conceding. Right now, it looks like he has your incumbent has a marginal lead. Now, it's not by a lot, but he has the lead. But she's not conceding because it's so close.
Right, and
that's the dumbed down version of it.
Right, and and it is really close. We're talking like right now. At 100% reporting, it's Brian Kemp is 50.3%, and Stacey Abrams is 48.7%. And sorry, for some reason, I'm just all of a sudden like having a cough. She apparently got more votes as a Democrat in Georgia than Hillary Clinton did.
Ouch.
Yeah, so... And then there's a 0.9% Ted Metz, who's libertarian. But it's like 1,973,099 for Brian Kemp, 1,910,390 for Stacey Abrams. I mean, it's that close.
It's a hair close, really. Mm-hmm. It's interesting to see how elections happen in our country. Mm-hmm. The democratic process really intrigues me on how things go forward and how close things can be. Yeah. And the nuances of our process. In Alabama, we have Kay Ivey as governor. Hooray.
You sound so enthused.
She's done some good bringing work here. She really has brought some companies here. But I am not a fan because she was with Robert Bentley, Dr. Robert Bentley, the Lord's chosen man, Dr. Robert Bentley. Oops, I misappropriated campaign funds and I was misappropriating some female staff members.
Oh no!
What do you think about that? Yeah, that's why he was ousted from office. She didn't debate her opponent, which that to me just struck all sorts of bells.
Oh, geez.
When you do not debate your opponent, you kind of go, "Wow, all right, what do you have to hide?" Basically, the guy Walt Maddox that was running against her was not given a chance. I'm conservative in my thinking, but I've gone to this point where I'm no longer voting down straight party ticket because that just doesn't work. I'm voting for who I think is going to get the job done.
Right.
I mean, and you look, we have all these. The Congress, really, the House, really got upset. We have a lot of diversity in the House. Now, is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? We don't know. The only thing that frightens me is Nancy Pelosi's looks like she's going to be back in some sort of position of power. And wow, that senile old thing does not need to have any reins whatsoever. Okay,
and apparently,
I'm just going to say that right now.
Pelosi and her crew are going to, they vowed to spend the next 2 years investigating tax returns and things like that. And this is my concern. Okay, look, I mean, you guys vote however you vote according to your education and conscience. Be right. Educated voters, make really smart decisions according to what you think is going to be best for our country. But here's the problem. There is so much division where the and here I'm saying this on the outside looking in as a moderately educated person. I have not taken any kind of courses in politics. I'm not for or against one party versus another. I look at behavior, I look at history, I look at voting, I look at all of it. There is so much crap now going on both sides that it's putting us in danger as a people. And this election sadly made it worse. Like, we thought, I know the Democrats were like, oh, the blue wave, blah, 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 right?
Right.
And the Republicans came in and did more of a sweep than they expected. It wasn't a red wave, but it was more. There was flipping. There was a lot of seat
flipping.
Yeah, there was a lot of flipping going on. But the problem is now we've got a pocket of Democrats and a pocket of Republicans who are vying for power, and they're refusing now to work with each other because they want to take, and that's what's bothering me. Like, they're going to butt heads constantly, and it's going to cause a problem, and things aren't going to get done. And, like, my concern is, from what I understand about Pelosi, is that she's going to tie shit up and keep things running in a loop and keep people so busy over bullshit that the real stuff isn't going to get done. And that puts us in danger.
Pelosi's agenda is always, to me, and this is my opinion, it is always to keep things from progressing.
Yeah.
And it's going to waste. Here's the thing that's going to make me irate. It's going to waste taxpayer money.
Yeah, it is.
It is going to absolutely waste taxpayer money. And I understand, and that's a big deal that the Democrats have the Congress. It's the House. It's a big deal. But let me kind of point something out here. The Republicans have the Senate, which means there's one more Supreme Court justice seat to fill. There's one more nomination. Guess who makes that decision? The Senate. Senate confirmation hearings. So that means we're going to have another, and this is going to send people up in arms who are far, far left. Get ready. Trigger warning here. He's going to choose another justice. He's going to fill another seat. Congratulations. Congratulations. I want you to think about that, you far left leaning people, and let your heads explode. And I don't want you far right leaning people to sit there to go, hail Trump, do all that crap that you're doing, because the rest of America, we're tired of it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. That's enough politic talk, and moving on, because we've given that enough subject and enough subject matter.
Because if you want to watch any more on it, you can turn on any news channel or look on any feed on your Facebook.
And you'll be saturated with it.
And that's what we're not trying to do here at the Department of Understanding Humans.
We did bring you a little education, we brought you a little knowledge, and we brought you a little opinion. That's it. We're moving on. Okay.
So, in other news, hello, Sweden, United Kingdom, and United States. You are a top 3 of our downloads here at the Department of Understanding Humans. Sweden.
Because you know why? We like IKEA. we like IKEA. The Kunin. I have a Kunin in my home, but it's better than the Hudal.
Coming in at a lean 4th is Australia. Good day, mates.
Good day, mate.
I love you guys. Hello, Canada, Serbia, Germany, Ghana, and
Ghana
and Bosnia. I'm pretty stoked about those numbers, man. I love looking at this geographical map on Podbean. It's the shiznet. Like, we
are international.
We are international. We have tens of listeners internationally.
Sweet. I would rather have tens of listeners internationally than twos of listeners in one area.
Yeah. Now, I'm pretty stoked about that. I mean, that's like, we've got the United States obviously first because it's where we're based, and we reach out, but we've got some nice little Brits over there. We got some serious downloadage going on over at the United Kingdom.
The Brits like us.
The Brits like us.
We like the Brits.
You can have tea and crumpets and listen to the Department of Understanding Humans. How about that? Cheerio.
Yeah.
But I'm digging Sweden. Hey, Sweden, what's up? I love it.
Legos. IKEA.
IKEA.
I don't know if the Swedish bikini team is still a thing, but that was big in the 80s.
Let me tell you something. Swedes are hot. There's some beautiful people over there.
From Sweden.
These are my lederhosen.
Yeah, my name is Inga. I'm from Sweden, but you're wearing lederhosen. If you can tell me what movie that's from, you get a coffee mug.
I can tell you what movie that's from.
Well, you could, but I'm asking our listeners. This is our little mystery giveaway.
Okay, so if you guys can tell us what movie that's from, just email us at theemail@gmail.com. Tell us what that movie line is from, what movie that line is from, and I will send you a coffee mug.
There you go.
You can also purchase coffee mugs and t-shirts from our website. If you go to our website, there's a link to the store. We even have the swag t-shirt that I created over one of the podcasts called Podcast and Chill, because that's what you do. Swag. Or as my husband likes to...
Shameless self-promotion. Motion.
My husband likes to call it swag.
It's swag.
It's swag.
Merch. It's merch.
Merch.
To quote, what's the kid's name? Oh God, he's the boyfriend of Little Brown Girl.
That guy.
That guy.
Actually, I think Little Brown Girl and the boyfriend split.
Did they?
Yeah, and because they do all their stuff on YouTube, like they actually talked about the breakup together on a video. Like, wow, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, but why? Okay. Why would you? I guess maybe to address their fans. I don't know.
I think so because they have.
That's too private for me. You know,
that is a little private for me.
I want to go through that.
But I think when you get some of these people that do the YouTube stuff like that, like you're they invite you into their lives on some level, and so you get several fans who are that involved. And I'm like, all right, look. I know back in the day that was called stalker. Everybody should have their own personal stalker. Here's yours. I mean, with the way the internet is today, you can, if you have just the right information, you can find out enough information that it's dangerous. My friend Mel, she's a huge, she's in cybersecurity and stuff, but she's also a troll. And so she's able to really find out a lot of information about people just with their email. And I'm like, damn, dude, it's freaking me out. So be careful out there is what I'm saying, people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're international.
We are international.
We're known.
And we are known. Android and Apple are neck and neck.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm proud of that. Y'all keep it up, man.
Thank you, fans.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. That's just that just makes me, for somebody who's editing and posting all this stuff, and I'm seeing us like our numbers are rising, and it's just kind of cool. And after 2 years of this, and we have, oh my gosh, are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it. Hit me.
All-time downloads over the last 2 years. Now, I know that there are podcasts out there that have like 1,000 downloads per episode. Go right. You. That's because you're a niche podcast and you talk about specific things that have an audience already created. We have a podcast about nothing. We are slowly building a nothing topic audience. Of all time, for the last 2 years, we have hit 3,020 downloads.
Yes.
I am so proud of that.
I'm happy over that.
Over the last 3 months, we've had 528 total downloads. Now,
I am happy over that.
I know that that's kind of small for some people, but you know what?
That's big for us.
That's a big deal for us because we love every single one of you people who've downloaded all 528 episodes over the last 3 months. Seriously.
Speaking of people that are cracking their episodes.
Cracking
their episodes. I do have to give a shout out because they have given a shout out to us.
Okay.
Our friends in Texas. Those guys that do the podcast from their car, live from their car. Russell Jackson and the Bean, Saltine and the Bean are about to hit the 200th episode.
Good job, you guys.
They are about to hit the 200th episode. I'm very happy for them, Saltine and the Bean. Apparently, they're going to change their format. They're actually going to do podcast push. They're going to drop a podcast, and they're going to have guests.
Wow. So for part of my
look who's all grown up. Look who's what are you doing?
Who's a good saltine in the bean? Who's a good rasshole? Okay, so for part of my anniversary gift, I got a ukulele. So I'm going to share that with you guys as a gift to Saltine and the Bean because I don't know how to play it, but here we go. 200 episodes! Saltine and the Bean! Your 200 episode! Saltine and the Bean! There you go. That's my...
And done.
That's my musical talent for the day.
There you go.
That's our shout out. Good job, you guys. No, seriously, that is some serious. That's some. We love progress. We love progress.
We love some Saltine and the Bean.
We love our Saltine and the Bean, even if they send crazy pictures to people when they shouldn't. But that's a whole nother topic.
Anyway.
Okay. Wait. No, wait. Gotta get a sip of water for this one.
All right.
Because I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. I'm excited.
So excited. Much excited. Okay, so
Much excited.
I have a group of friends that we all grew up in the 80s, and we all have a common affection for Rick Astley.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who may not know who Rick Astley is, currently in this culture, he is the popular Rick Roll artist. Okay?
Because he's never going to give you up.
Because he's never going to give you up.
Let you down.
Ever. Never going to run around or desert you.
Never going to hurt you.
Hurt you. Yeah, that too. Okay, so here's the thing. Because we love Rick rolling each other and it's so much fun, we're trying to play pranks on each other where you end up Rick rolling each other in like text messages and things like that, which is it can get a little challenging after a while because there's only so many links to that video, so you kind of start to recognize the URL after a while. So in the process of looking up different ways to Rickroll people, I found out that Rick Astley has recently released a brand new album. And now I am not
out of here.
I am not going to get out of here. I'm going to stay right here and continue to speak. He's a gorgeous British man. He has aged well, and he did. Foo Fighters were doing a concert.
They are huge Rick Astley fans.
They are huge, yes. And they were at a London event that Rick Astley was at. And they went over and asked him to come help them Rickroll the audience. And he came over and freaking did it. He went out there and he sang. Like he came out and they're all like, yeah, Rick Astley, the badass motherfucker. Woo! Right? And they start jamming, and it's just a jam. It's just a Foo Fighters jam. And then suddenly it goes right into never gonna give you up, never gonna let you
down.
And he's singing it and he is just jamming with them. And it is the coolest. Yeah!
So anyway, as we're moving on,
I couldn't
resist. I'm sorry.
I'm so glad you just rickrolled me on our podcast. Woo! I can't wait. Okay, my point in this is the music that he's put out is so soulful and so it's actually very faith based. But he says he has no religion, that music is his religion, that sharing faith and things is part of his nature. He's not like a Christian artist or anything. But there's a song that he did, and it's called Try. And you have to go listen to the song and buy it on Amazon Music. I mean, just support him because he's still so amazing. And it's the video and the song are so amazing. Like, I literally listened to this yesterday and cried. It's that good. It's that good. And that's my plug. That's my shameless plug.
There you go.
For this time. And thank you for letting me rickroll into that. And I'm done.
There you go. Rick rolling.
Rick Astley. I had the biggest crush on him in school when I was like 8th grade. I was like, Rick Astley. The hottest ginger in the world. And then, of course, now it's also Morgan. What's that guy's name? He plays in Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch. He's another hot British ginger.
Don't know.
I got a thing for British gingers. What can I say?
So you like Weasleys?
Yes, love them all, especially the twins.
Wow. Okay. Anyway,
that really went wrong fast.
That went south so bad. But anyway, moving on.
So Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yes,
and
Turkey
I'm going to be Martha Stewarding Thanksgiving this year because I'm not currently working. I did, however, without studying, I took my Security Plus pretest.
Oh.
And I got like a 70-something on it. And that was without any studying whatsoever and being distracted at the same time. So could you imagine what might happen if I actually crack open the book? Woo, I'm smart. I'm so smart. But I'm currently Holly Homemaker. That is my role. And that is what I'm doing currently.
That is very good.
So Thanksgiving is going to be like, I think I'm actually going to understand why women start drinking wine at like 7 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving. You want some stuffing? I got some stuffing. It's great stuffing.
Did you put it in the bird?
Oops. I'll get it in there.
You get it in the bird.
That's what she said.
Dun dun.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. It'll be my first official Martha Stewart type Holly Homemaker Thanksgiving. So we'll see if I
very good.
I'll give a post game follow up.
I am pleased. I am happy that you're doing the Martha Stewart stuff. Very good. Very good.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing to paint the walls, get a stencil, and get it up in the corner over there, and just dab it just a little bit with the brush. It's a good thing.
That's more the Bob Ross.
Well, she's kind of like subdued also.
Kind of, you know, except when they said, Martha, you're guilty. You did insider trading. No, I didn't. Yes, no, Martha, you did. That's called insider trading. No, I am not going to jail. No, Martha, you are. You're going to jail.
I'm sorry.
You're going to jail. You know, okay, little Martha Stewart sideline thing. I worked in the furniture industry for a while, and Martha Stewart was there at Market one time. And Market is this big international home furnishings event that happens twice a year, fall and spring. And Martha was there, and I got to kind of see her going around and milling around about her furniture collection from Turkey Creek. That's what she called it at the time. And this was before she went to the clink. Wow, what a mean woman.
Really?
Holy smokes. This poor girl that was whoever they assigned her as an assistant. Where did you get this coffee from? Well, I got it downstairs. And she poured it out and threw the cup at the girl and was like, go get me another one and make sure it is not tepid.
Really?
And I kind of went, whoa.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Now, Martha has been to the clink. Boy, that attitude has changed. And she didn't go to, hard clink. She went to Club Fed.
Yeah, she did.
Okay. But her attitude has greatly changed because she got humbled. Wow. I am not going to. No, Martha, you're going to jail.
Wow.
Yeah. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's so unfair. She went to jail. Well, let me tell you that when you sit and beat your chest and go, I'm not guilty, and you know damn well you are, stuff's going to happen to you.
Oh, God.
There are people that are going to make damn sure when you do that, you're going to go to jail.
I bet she really misses that assistant now.
Well, she's not hurting. Okay, Martha
Yeah,
Stewart.
right? Oh my God.
Is
After all
pretty
that,
good.
like it barely put a dent in anything.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, she came back and hosted a show with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, the joke was one of these people have been convicted of a major crime and went to jail. Can you guess which one?
Not Snoop Dogg.
Not Snoop.
Oh my God.
They do. They host Snoop and Martha's potluck dinner, which if you've not seen the show, it's hysterical. This show is actually funny.
They do a whole bunch of innuendos and stuff, which is
they do.
really hilarious, especially for
seeing her drink a 40 and eat a burrito was probably the funniest thing that I've seen. Okay. I don't know. He brought in burritos from somewhere, from someplace in Compton where he goes and gets, food, and brought in 40s. And there she is. She's sitting and drinking a 40, eating a burrito.
Oh my goodness. Gin and juice. Martha drinking her gin and juice. My mind on my money, on my money on my mind.
Anyway. So, moving along. Goodness gracious. I don't have any more, honestly.
I got nothing. I mean, I know that we're a podcast about nothing, but we do usually kind of hit some topics, and there's our topics. We've hit them.
We've hit the topics.
We've hit some topics. And it's a good, it's a good day. It's fall. The election is over. We're moving on. We're heading into Thanksgiving.
Thank God.
Your wife is already needing therapy from all the Christmas music. Things are
Christmas
good.
music has already started.
Yep.
It's already started. And she just needs therapy, period, right now. I mean, it starts earlier every year.
Mm-hmm.
But the first year by Christmas, she was okay. She was had the rattles. She was ready to have a rest. Okay. The next year, it was like Christmas, December, middle December, she was ready for a rest. The next year, beginning December, she was ready for a rest. This year, it's before Thanksgiving. Hell, now it's like September. She's going, I just don't want to deal with it. Remember, folks, let me tell you, have some mercy on the people in retail.
Ugh.
Okay.
That's some hard stuff.
Retail is a hard business because you're up in arms, and not every shopper is this way, but a majority of shoppers are up in arms. They already have some sort of craw up their ass walking in the store about whatever. And then there are also the professional, how to put it nicely? Well, there's no nice way of saying it. The professional scammers, the scumbags, the ones that are trying to get a purse that they bought 3 years ago and go, I need me some money. So they're going to go into the store and try to exchange a purse that was bought 3 years ago. And they know damn well they didn't buy it at that store. Those are the people that they have to deal with all day long before dealing with you.
All day
okay?
long.
And you wonder why brick and mortar retail is going the way of the dodo. Is because people have fleeced the system so much and they're so desperate they go, we'll do anything you say. We need your business. Folks, don't do it. You're not only hurting people's jobs, you're hurting the economy doing it. So those of you who do that shit, knock it off.
Knock it off. Be good to one another. Be nice to one another. Be kind to one another. It's rare.
I have frequent flyer miles and time on my hands. So this holiday season, if I know who you are and I find out you're doing it, season's beatings to you. I got a Lucille replica. I'm coming for you. Lucille is thirsty.
Tickle my balls.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
I love it.
And that actually happened this week.
Don't tell me. I'm not there yet.
We had Rick Grimes' last episode.
Oh. I mean, I know it's coming. Week. I know it's happening, but still.
I know it's coming.
It's coming.
I won't give you some I'll give you some spoilers. And I won't say how. but where you see the most surprising and best reaction of any actor was Norman Reedus as he's bawling like a baby over what happened.
I love Norman
and
Reedus.
He's standing there watching it happen, and he starts crying, and that kind of like messed up cry.
Yeah.
And he goes, "You're my son. I love you."
You know what? When he came out, okay, so everybody's currently in season 9, and I'm at the beginning of season 8, and so I haven't been able to really watch it this week because of my house guest, right? Because she's not a fan of The Walking Dead, and so we haven't sat down, because otherwise I'd sit down and binge it all week, like, to catch up. But the scene where Norman Reedus, where Daryl sees Rick for the first time after coming out of the sanctuary,
right?
I bawled because you could just tell, like, that he just kind of had that, like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry, man." And Rick was like, "Oh, man, no, man, come here. I love you, man. Come here, man. I love you, man."
Yeah, exactly.
"I'm sorry." And it was just like this, and they weren't even talking. It was just the body language. And he dipped his head down. Daryl dipped his head down in such a way that it was like that Omega dog that walks up to the alpha male and is like, I did wrong by the pack, and he just embraces him, and I'm just like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Daryl. And then when he saw Carol, I was just like, fuck, I'm ruined. He loves her. He loves
him
her.
some Carol.
He does love him some Carol.
He loves him some Carol. How do you feel about Ezekiel wanting to marry Carol there, Norman?
Boo.
Boo.
Boo. Daryl loves her.
Daryl loves him some Carol, man. Anyway,
that's it. So that's all I got.
That's it. Really is it. That's all we have.
That's a podcast.
That's a podcast. You guys be excellent to one another. To quote some quotes from Free Things. And Rachel and I will be back here next week with more fun, more mirth, and
more talk about nothing.
More talk about nothing. If you want to find us, you know where our website. Rachel, hit us up with the information. Where can they find us?
You can find us on Podbean. You can find us on iTunes, and you can go to our website at www.thewebsite.com and find out all of our information there. And you can email us at theemail@gmail.com and let us know what the trivia answer is to the movie question. The quote was, Chris?
Yeah, my name is Inga. I'm from Sweden, but you're wearing lederhosen. Yeah, I know. My name is Inga. I'm from Sweden.
If you know what movie that's from, the banter between those two people, you get a coffee mug.
I'll even throw in some stickers if you can tell me who said which line.
Ooh.
How about that?
Extra swag.
Extra swag. That's
Extra swag.
That's the email at gmail.com, and we will send it to you hopefully before Christmas, God willing.
God willing.
God willing, or the creek don't rise.
By the way, on a side note, please, I love the fan mail, but I don't need any more shirtless Batman pics, okay? Don't shirtless. I mean, now I have, the Lego pics, they're funny as hell. But now I have people, sending me, cartoon shirtless Batman pics. No, come on.
That's awesome.
I don't want them anymore.
But they love you, Chris.
I know. They love the stories that I tell. Okay?
Yes, they do.
But people, I love you, but no, come on. My inbox is flooded with them. Don't do that. Anyway, Rach.
Yeah. All right. Say goodnight, Chris. Or not?
No.
No, you're not going to say goodnight?
Because it's the morning. It's like...
Say good day. Say good day, Chris. Say good day.
Good day.
Morning.
Bye,
Thanks for joining us here at the Department of Understanding Humans, also known as DUH. Just remember, this is our circus. These are our monkeys. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social media outlets. You can find all of our podcasting streams and feeds at our website at www.dawebsite.com. That's D.U.H website.com. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great day.